Wild story today. A crew member stabs a fellow crew member and then jumps overboard. Even wilder, it wasn't on Carnival. Lots to talk about. Let's get to it. Welcome. I'm Sean Wendt. I'm your host here at the Wendt There Cruising channel. Big news for today, July the 26th, 2025. The biggest story today, of course, is the one from the Icon of the Seas. So on Friday, it was reported that a crew member had gone overboard and subsequently died. But now further details are coming out, and it turns out that that crew member had stabbed a fellow crew member multiple times. So the suspect, the now just dead person, stabbed this fellow crew member multiple times and then intentionally jumped off the side of the cruise ship. They were able to recover him within an hour, but obviously he did die. Now, thankfully, it's reported that the female victim from South Africa actually is going to survive this incident. So I guess good for her. But the interesting thing, I just did a video the other day on whether or not cruising is safe. I'll leave a link to that down below. So the FBI only investigates limited things on cruise ships, and this type of incident, as stabbing, would suffice for investigation on a ship that was going to or from the United States, but only if the victim is a U.S. national. So in this case, because she was from South Africa, the FBI will not investigate, and that will not even show up on the statistics that get reported. So we looked at the other day and noticed that the crime statistics on cruise ships are very low. But there are some issues like this where now you've got a stabbing that occurred on board, obviously very significant, and it won't show up at all in the statistic. Now, in this case, there's probably no significant danger to the guests, and that this was two crew members in a dispute, so the average guest probably was not in any real danger, but still, obviously a scary thing to occur on board. Nuts, right? And of course, like I said, it was on Royal Caribbean's Icon of the Seas. It was not on Carnival. So it just goes to show people have this belief that all those kind of things, those fights and bad things happen on Carnival. But no, it can happen on other ships as well. So bear that in mind. All right, next story today actually is an interesting one. Princess doing some backtracking. We reported the other day that Princess had updated its Premier and Plus packages, and there was sort of a finely missed detail that most people did not pick up on. But under the new plan, under the Plus plan, at now $65 a day, 15 drinks was the limit. That's alcoholic drinks, that's non-alcoholic drinks, that's specialty coffees, teas, etc. So previously, the 15 limit only applied to alcoholic drinks. Now that 15 was going to apply to all of them across the board. Well, obviously, there was once people figured that out, there was some uproar over it. And so yesterday, Princess announced they were revising it again. And so now, under the new Plus plan, the 15 drink limit will apply to alcoholic drinks, but it will not apply to specialty coffees or teas. So that's better, right? And those do not count against your 15 drink limit. But it's still, fountain sodas and canned sodas do count toward the limit, which this is actually another change because previously Princess had said that canned sodas do not count toward the packages. And so if you wanted to purchase a canned soda, that you would have to actually pay for that. So now apparently you can get a canned soda, but that is now going to be counted as one of your 15 drinks for the day. No word on whether canned soda is applicable for the Premier package yet, so it's still a little bit uncertain, but this is a little more fair, right? I mean, because if you're going to get a specialty coffee and that's going to count as one of your 15 drinks of the day, you're effectively paying for it. And so if you don't like it or whatever, then, if it doesn't count, it doesn't matter. But if it counts, now you're paying for a drink that you didn't even really care for. So nice to see them make this change. Hopefully they'll at least include fountain soda in the unlimited at some point. I mean, the fountain soda costs them like nothing. So no reason not to do that. The next story today is a good one out of a Celebrity. We reported earlier in the week that the Celebrity Beyond had to cancel its sailing for last Sunday out of Miami due to a propulsion issue. So it dropped passengers off in Miami last Sunday, and then sailed to Freeport in the Bahamas for a major repair. Apparently, they've been able to make that repair, and it will sail tomorrow for its next regularly scheduled sailing out of Miami. Now, on this upcoming itinerary leaving tomorrow, they have made some port adjustments, times in port, I guess, to allow for slightly slower speed of the ship. So I guess that maybe that's to break in or test the new repairs that have been made. But no, the sailing has not been canceled, and no ports have been eliminated on the itinerary. So 3-year-old cruise ship, but apparently the repair was able to be made this week, so nothing significantly lasting, and back to sea. So would you be comfortable sailing on it, hopping on there tomorrow? I don't know. I might give me a little bit of pause, but I sailed on a recently repaired cruise ship before, and it worked out just fine. So I'm sure it'll be all good. And then lastly today, if you're a Disney cruise person, Disney announced yesterday that they have now, and they've released photos, they've now, if you're getting excited for the Disney Destiny, they have attached the Spider-Man figure on the back of the ship. So of course, Disney Cruise Line ships each have a character on the back of the ship in some sort of action. Well, the Disney Destiny, which launches in November 20th, I believe, out of Fort Lauderdale, but now it is nearing completion, and the Spider-Man figure has been affixed to the back of the ship. Looks pretty neat. I have not been on a Wish-class ship yet. I'm actually scheduled to go on the Destiny next May, so I'm looking forward to that. But getting closer. Exciting. So, hope you found the video useful. If you did, please like the video. If you like cruise content, please subscribe. We'd love to be your source for cruise content. And until we see you next time, we wish you smooth sailing. Take care.